was ever a bunch of people that I really, really rooted for, it was Filipinos. And at the end of the day, because I'm a girl's girl, it's my Filipinas. And my dreams are coming true because they are completely attacking the industry, occupying it with their incredible flavor, incredible talent. So I wanted to look at two groups, brand new groups to me. It's BINI and it's UNIS. Now, BINI is a pure P-pop girl group. I heard a lot about them. You've been bombarding me. I'm excited to hear them. And on the other side, UNIS is a K-pop group, but they do have Filipino members. And I have to say that just through seeing her on just TikTok and Twitter, I completely fell in love with Gahli. I am not sure how to pronounce that, but she is adorable. It's almost impossible not to fall in love with her. So let's go. So this is Carrera, BINI.
Wish 107.
So she has very like commercially pretty tone quality, gorgeous tone quality, right? But she's also lifting it up a tiny bit, even extra. You can see that she's creating a little pressure here. So this would be da 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 da. My normal voice, if I lift it up, da 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 da. So she's brightening it up quite a lot. It's enhancing her tone quality, so it's done well. Ooh, that's some nice support. You could hear it. You can hear it on that one. Very nice support. Gorgeous opener on that and repeat it. You can see how much she's opening and closing because she wanted to do that effect, but always going back to the open vowel. I like that harmony. It has to be pretty tough on such a stop time. It's a short tones. Tap, 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 tap. So you have to be really perfectly synced to do harmony on that. Oh, I like the music. All of them, for now, none of them is like standing out with a too like atypical tone quality. All of them have like really like stereotypically pretty tone quality, really nice, very sweet, very feminine. I like the ad-libs. I like her like a lower tone. She was holding them very well. It's very low, like on the edge of her range, but she didn't fell out. She did not disconnect it there. Actually, I liked the warmth in her voice quite a lot. That part is really nicely built because you don't have to mix there. You can just be in your chesty voice, which is nice and rich. I like her. She's building the base for them. Again, this part is really nicely anchored still. Like they're not forcing them into overtly high tones where they would have to mix too much. This can have its weight, and in that harmony, it's sounding beautiful. I also have to say that they're ridiculously beautiful. Ridiculously beautiful. Oh, so gorgeous. Like, and in one group. Unfair. This is unfair. That was an interesting ad-lib. I feel like everybody had a space to sing a little bit, and I like the line distribution. I feel like it's very, very fair. Like so far, I had a chance to enjoy every single voice for the amount of people, you know? It was a nice head voice ad-lib. Good movement and head voice. I think she's probably the main singer. Correct me if I'm wrong, but gorgeous singing, beautiful movement, and a very good support. That was a beautiful riff right through her passage. You're right there, you're doing a riff while working through passages. So you're basically passing from one register to another, from head down to chest voice, and it's very difficult. And plus on top of that, the riff that I just did, it's very pretty, very difficult. I was waiting, we're gonna get the rapper. Ooh, I love her voice for the rap. Oh my god. I like her. I like that part quite a lot. It was actually interesting that both of them, I have to learn names. So you guys, if you do want to help me with that, write them down in the comments. Write me something about them. All I know from BINI, I have to say, most of the stuff that I've seen was Gwen, and I am guilty. I fell in love with Gwen like right away. The first time I saw her, I was like, this is impossible for someone to look like this. So I'm excited to hear them sing, but she looks unreal. So I'm just getting to know them. So be patient and help me with it. That short tones, it's so difficult to combine in a harmony, so it fits perfectly. I cannot exaggerate how much it's really cool to do that. No restriction. She knows how to use her voice for it to really come through very nicely and bright. That is really good. So, whoa, it's a nice climb towards that open oh at the top. I love her facial movement when she's singing. A lot of her emotions are translating out, but she has such a warm voice. There are two people who have like a little bit of a warmer voice, and they're not necessarily very high set, but they're doing a really nice bass for the rest of the group. The two rappers, huh? Oh, the build-up is beautiful. was a very nice tone. It was actually very nicely placed. It was a little higher in her mix, but it was so pretty. The ad-libs were beautiful. Exclusive. Nice. Very good. I was so excited to hear them live. And I was like, I kept on choosing, like, should I react to Bontropico, Solomon? I really wanted to do the music videos, but I wanted to hear them live. Like, I was so hyped from you guys that I was like, there's no way I'm gonna just watch the music video if I can go and watch like a live performance. So I've chose this one. If you have more or you want me to, again, check their newer songs and you have good live performances, then write them down in the comments. I would really be excited to see them. And now let's check UNIS. So this is It's Live. And this is their song, Superwoman. I've seen snippets of this, so I'm gonna be transparent. I always am. I have seen teeny bitty out of this. So I'm excited to hear the whole song. Can't you feel it? Can't see it? Oh, she has a tiny bit of a lisp. I actually like when people have lisp. I think it's very endearing in singing, to be honest. They have very girly, bright voices. So. She has a little bit of a modulation, so instead ta-na-na-na-na, we have ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. A tiny bit of a throatal modulation, but I think it's fitting her quite nicely. A lot of people consider modulation slash bad. Every modulation needs to be bad. No, why? Doesn't have to be necessarily bad. Some modulations can restrict you from certain style of singing, and I would not modulate in certain places of the voice or on certain notes, but overall modulation can be also there to, you know, make the singing a little bit more stylized. So I'm not mad, not as much as people would think. That's a really cool slide. I love it because it's kind of coming from the chest up to the head voice and back to the chest, so it's covering quite a big chunk of the range. Oh, I like it. Okay, I'm mainly seeing like 3 people sing. I pretty much, probably more people are singing there, but like I'm seeing 3 people repeatedly. So I would say that probably the vocal line. They have very pretty voices, like very girly style. We're gonna see how the tonal quality is gonna go through the rest of the group. I like the chorus. It's very catchy. Like it's very, you know, I like the beat. It has a little bit of a tropical feel. And of course, we got quite a good chant, and I'm a lover of a good chant, you know? So because people can join and the chant can layer, it's always great to have a chant part of your song. This is interesting. I did not expect Gally to actually have a lower set voice, or slightly lower, because this is not a low voice whatsoever, okay? But it's just a tad slightly lower than probably what the rest of girls are stylized. Again, I am addicted to her. I don't know, TikTok just found me, and then the algorithm on TikTok said you will just see Gally every other day, and I'm not mad at that. I think it's really cool. She's super cute. That's slide is hard. If you are going to be dancing too much, the slide is going to be really difficult to handle, so they're doing well with it. All of them are getting a lot of smiley quality, so they are on block, like really trying to brighten up their sound. Right there. It's very, very bright, which is fitting their concept. I think she's probably the main singer. She and the really adorable cutie with that red hair. I would say most of the singing focuses on two of them. I got power, I'll take you under. Outside of all of them, I think only the red-haired girl, she's doing quite a lot of modulation, which I talked about. The rest of them very consistently are brightening their voices. They're singing in a very smiley space, ta-na-na, which is very fitting for their concept. So I'm wondering if it was a vocal coach that helped them with that. So it's really unified and just kind of homogeneous across the whole group as a sound, because all of them are doing it. I turn my superwoman no when I wanna, 'cause I'm my one superwoman. See, it's a little bit, her modulation here on the top tone is restricting her a tiny bit. So in the lower tones is really, really good because it's giving her an interesting sound. But when she goes a tiny bit higher, that tone can be a little tricky for her. I like her as well. She has really balanced singing, like across the whole, all of the tones that I heard from her were pretty balanced. I didn't hear her tightening up towards the higher tones or having issues with the movement. Like, I turn my superwoman no when I wanna, 'cause I'm my one superwoman. Here, real stuff. If you modulate too much, real stuff, real stuff. If you want it to be like, there's a question. She doesn't want to go in a head voice. Real stuff, real stuff. We're not going into head voice, but if we want to keep it a little bit balanced, you need to let go of that throatal modulation. So the tone is a little bit more open, because you can hear that she's a little bit dragged down by the modulation on the tone. Yeah. What you think about me? What you think about me? What you think about me? 새롭게 펼쳐나가. What you think about me? What you think about me? A lot of pride. What you think about me? Just me. That was a beautiful ad-lib from her, actually. You see, if she would modulate that, she would have a problem. But she passed her vocal break. This was more of a mixed tone. And she opened her space, and how beautiful and vibrant that tone immediately was. But you can hear there's no modulation there whatsoever. Good job. And a good chant. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but a good chant is sometimes really the key to get viral and get people included. She's jumping in a head voice there. Good. For the fact, and I'm gonna be honest here, that I'm right now not very much into super girly concepts, I have to say that both of the songs are very catchy, and I because all of them are genuinely so young and they're fitting beautifully into that really girly concept. I enjoyed that. I would like to see them maybe in a different setting. I tried to choose a good life because everything else that I've seen was on the shows that are quite post-produced. So I wanted to choose something that is, let's say, a little bit more cleaner when it comes to clarity of the voice and, you know, actually being live, even though It's Life is also post-produced, just an exclamation. It's Life is post-produced, but this was kind of like, let's hear them, let's see how they're gonna do. So hopefully I'm gonna see and hear more from both of the groups. Again, Filipinas, get in it. I'm so proud, I'm so happy. These girls deserve that so freaking much. They're really incredible. Also, there's gonna be a lot of voting on my Instagram about which videos I'm gonna do. I made a voting about this particular video as well. So if you do want to help me choose my content, definitely go and follow me on my Instagram. It's gonna be linked down in the description. And please don't forget to subscribe. Here is the video that YouTube actually recommends for you. Here is the rest of my Filipino videos, and please stay safe and healthy. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.